special requisition all-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad, 6-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
I might be drooling a little bit.
This must be what Clancy meant.
Suiting up.
Ready, Freddy?
Hope we're all that ready. Callow, all right?
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months.
What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on Eos. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
I've got the training, people, the tools. We can do this.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Take us down.
You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
Core is hot.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
We got this, right?
Hell.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
How to even start?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and, ultimately, hostile encounters.
Plus, no Pathfinder. If Eos is like Habitat 7, that signal we scanned must be connected with the atmosphere. We could use the outpost's antenna to track it down. Let's get the power back on. They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make Eos a home.
Jeez.
It's inoperable, Pathfinder.
Too long in this environment without power.
We didn't expect this kind of environment. Who could?
Experiencing
Oh, geez.
radiation damage.
Can't really go that way. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go in there and continue the mission.
Door's getting emergency power, but it's code locked.
Site 1 issued individual security codes. Each outpost self-organizes and sets its own protocol.
Just say we can't open it without codes.
We can't open it without codes.
Got a code lock key.
Gives us access if we need it.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo. Maybe by the time they wake her up, I'll know what to say. We suffered our first death today. Storm.
Botany analysis. Energy, what are you hiding, Eos? Plants exhibit sporadic hypergrowth despite an environment that can sandblast plants. Paint. I'm starting to suspect an electromagnetic trigger. I detected a sign of some kind, definitely alien. That's not my field. Uncertain, if deliberate. Vector noted.
Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife.
Main door had power, but not the interior doors?
Full functionality would require an active power relay station.
That means the antenna's out of power too. The logs might tell us what's up with the power relay.
People are talking, you're saying that EOS isn't viable. Things aren't going like they expected. I think you should come back. I know what you're going to say. I didn't sign up for the initiative to stay trapped in a floating tin can. I promise, you can have your adventure. Later, when you've had more time to plan for your safety, Mom told me to make sure you don't get in over your head, and that's what I'm doing. At least think about it for me. And check in more often. I've started to adopt Mom's worry. I already chewed through the nail of my pinky finger. It's up to you whether I keep the rest of my nails intact. Oh, sorry to bug you again. I requested an update on Leia Wells a few days ago. I haven't heard anything back. On my end, it looks like the message wasn't even opened. Is everything okay there? Get back to me as soon as you can, and tell Leia to message me back. Sounds like shit went down.
I got a partial log, but I can't turn on the antenna. Something's blocking the power.
A remote lock is active. The interference originates from a nearby power relay tower.
So we're not the only ones interested in what happened here.
Let's check out this relay tower.
That's a lot of iron.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison thinking sending us here? Eos might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close, it's a hellscape. Father Gale's on my case to stay positive. Put on a brave face for the rest of the team, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm gonna die out here.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we went outside Site 1's perimeter,
That would not be advised.
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we get a line on that signal.
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here? We thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
I'm not a salvager. I'm a pathfinder. We've come to fix all this.
Call me Clancy. Pathfinder, huh? Like that changes much. The Nexus just can't let EOS go, can it? However much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help EOS. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Help me with the power relay, and I'll take care of the Ket.
You're crazy. Though maybe it's a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger, it's on you.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location. Generator interface possible. Location marked.
Generator is active. Sam, our friend Clancy, was he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records, he's stationed in the hangar bay.
So he's what? Playing hooky?
Or he's a part-time salvager.
This analysis provides us with important research data, Pathfinder. If you continue to scan and collect this data, we can utilize it to develop new technologies and upgrades for equipment, such as your weapons and armor.
We've got company. Kidding about the Ket.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder.
You took down all those Ket? Sure, use the power relay. Hell, take whatever you like. Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
Didn't get around to salvaging it yet?
I tried. It ain't that simple. Might be easier for a Pathfinder, though. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Don't suppose you've got anything we can use?
I do need all that stuff. He has the resources.
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detected in orbit. It's coming from the large alien structure just beyond Site 1. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
That almost feels like a lead. Damn right it's worth investigating.
Here.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above acceptable limits. You cannot proceed without additional protection.
All the more reason to see if that alien structure can make a difference to this planet. Come on, we better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Now that power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Let's go through all these buildings first.
Another code, like we already found.
Specialist Cathari needs to stop navel-gazing about the monoliths and whoever built them. We need that speculating mind of his. If it doesn't grow food, stop wind, and get Special Project Sigma done. It's not worth our time right now. What Special Project Sigma is? His team's looking at the big structures and it'll do good work. But I tagged as runner just in case.
If walls could talk.
Actually, with enough sensory data, I might be able to reconstruct an image of the past.
Wait, you can do that?
Normally, it would be impossible, but since this is an initiative building, I have access to a multitude of data and arrays.
Let's give it a shot.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
I need a bunch of this stuff first.
Holy shit, it works. Can you get audio?
Compiling now.
You step outside recently. There's nothing golden about Eos.
Not saying there won't be challenges, but we can do this, Wilcox. We have to. It's like we're listening to ghosts.
That's pretty weird.
We suffered.
Oh, I've already been here. Okay.
Storm came out of nowhere. Lost his footing. Got swept away.
Let's keep working my way around. Oh, there's some. They divided the rations again. Tonight's menu: soup with a couple of crackers each. Hope we're not too hungry to prop up the south building tomorrow. But there's nothing else for it. Can't forage because the weather's deadly. Can't grow crops in those winds. And the Nexus can't feed us and themselves. No, don't think about it. There's talk going around about getting back to the Nexus, but if we can't find an answer, who can? We dared to put our footprints here. We were first. Me and Theo promised to stick it out, even if we end up being the last.
All these challenges, and the colonists still tried to tough it out.
They didn't know what they were in for. They weren't told.
Sam and I could have helped them. This won't happen again.
I think it was already here. Yeah, I was here already. Was I? Hang on.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison thinking sending us here? Eos might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close.
Yeah, I listened to it. Get out of here.
Well, what do you know? The Outpost Research Center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
We're not scavenging anymore. This is how we rebuild.
Someone else agrees. This research center was used recently to monitor the alien signal.
This gives us the tools to find the source, and maybe whoever else is looking.
What data pad? Tried out the new pin design on the shelters today. Only time will tell if they'll actually be able to get it when the next storm rolls over. At least it should be easier to find the pieces at this time. Birdie's pitching for an evac back to the Nexus. Too many Ket, not enough water, no hope, he says. I'd rather sell supplies and sleep on the deck than lie awake listening to the storms one night. Can't say I disagree. Losing 3 of my guys to the Ket made me wonder about leaving too. But I asked him what I asked myself. What's back on the Nexus for pioneers? Is it EOS what we signed up for? Has to be.
The research station is back online. I've provided a list of weapons we can build by gathering the required components.
This is probably the same. Look at shields. Biotic power. Interesting.
Special requisition, all-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad, 6-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
I might be drooling a little bit.
This must be what Clancy meant.
The crate requires an access code from a forward station. Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot. Still here, Clancy? I think this is for purifying water.
It's huge and crooked. The storms did that?
Jeez, can you climb that? Oh, I do have a map. Sweet. Let's get to what's over here first.
Pathfinder, I have enough sensory data to reconstruct an image. I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Oh, 1 second. My radiation shields are dead, but I finally made it to Site 1. Promise is a ghost town. That must be the name of the location. Damn it, there's got to be something the storms and Rat Pack salvagers didn't take away. Without the project, Site 2 is done for. Our crews get torn apart faster than we can patch things up. And we hear that thing at night. Can't pretend it's the weather anymore. Wind doesn't roar like it's hungry. Managed to pry enough components out for the project to patch up my shields. I'm heading home to Site 2, if it's still there.
There was something very wrong at the second outpost they made.
An attack? The radiation?
Whatever it was, Site 2 made a special project to handle it. Let's keep it in mind for later.
Wait.
Wilcox thinks I'm crazy, but I know what I saw. Eyes on the mountain, watching us. We're not alone out here.
This log was recorded a day before the first Ket ambush on Site 1.
The Ket scouted them out.
We can't survive another attack. The storms and radiation were already killing us. Now we've got those things.
We can't return to the Nexus with our tails between our legs. The whole station is counting on us.
Then they're counting on corpses.
Those things? Must be talking about the cat.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Just a little bit of a problem.
Really, Ryder?
Oh, it's up there. Okay, can't do that. I don't think I can do that yet.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Looks like the forward station supplies are intact.
Downloading Nomad Crate access code.
That's pretty badass.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you? Can't get traction. It's too steep. Switch to six-wheel drive. It'll get you up there in a snap.
Target's down!
Severe radiation alert, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, this is the spot where Nigel McCoy wanted you to leave his pendant.
In honor of his brother, Dash McCoy.
That's an epic name. Dash McCoy.
Got it. Signal's coming from that structure up ahead. Sam, another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required. approaching Site 2, Resilience.
It was sold as the one we get right, but it didn't have time to get worn down. Got wiped out by Ket.
That datapad said Site 2 was working on a project. Keep an eye out for it. Nexus not send a retrieval team for the bodies?
We knew some were lost, Ryder. We weren't told they were left.
Wonder how many are out there.
Too many. Lexi, update Nexus records on Trinitas Gordanis. And get a recovery shuttle out here.
Good idea. If he's got family, they deserve closure.
We'll give them more than closure. We'll finish what he started.
Portable cover of Ket design.
Didn't bother to take it with them. Didn't even finish unpacking.
Ket didn't give him a chance.
Landing pad here. A lot of fluorite around.
Looks like a war zone.
According to survivors, the Ket attacked from all...
Lexi, I've got another one.
Standing by, waiting for your scan.
Where?
Radiation levels increasing. Life support is stable.
Y'all are Thysa.
Records updated, Pathfinder.
Maybe we could push the Ket back. With what army? Can you even find the safety on your pistol?
I'm just going through the options.
Evacuate or die. Those are the options.
Initiative's not military. They weren't prepared.
Maybe we could push the Ket back.
With what army? Can you even find the safety on your pistol?
How does it feel to be 28? I'm sorry I can't be with you, but I hope you live it up with your friends on Nexus. The wild. Did you get my gift? I built the kennel especially for him. I know he can't replace Buster, but they say if you raise an Addy from a pup, it'll bond to you for life. It must be some sort of dog. Give him a good name for me. And talk me up so he knows I'm on your good side. I hope you have a birthday as amazing as you are. Next year, we'll celebrate together. You, me, and a little scrapper. I received your request. I apologize, but a transfer isn't possible at this time. I understand your sister was on Venturian Arc, and that you'd like to be out there looking for her. But with no contact from Anatinus since our departure from the Milky Way, your efforts would be wasted. The initiative needs you here on Eos, researching methods to sustain viability. Your work is important to us all. You'll have to be patient and wait for word of Anatinus' surface. Hey kiddo, hope everything's okay down there. Rumors are spreading about the unfriendly locals. I know it's nothing you can't handle. Just wanted you to know the thing we talked about last week is happening. Lone gave the sign tonight. We're doing it tomorrow. If it all goes as planned, I'll bring you back here to celebrate. If not, well, it's been fun. No regrets, right? Stay safe out there. Don't know what they're referring to.
Evacuate or die. Those are the options.
Initiative's not military. They weren't prepared.
there'd be more bodies. Not that I'm complaining.
Not a lot left behind for a massacre.
What if they were removed?
We know the Nexus didn't bother picking up the bodies.
You don't think it could have been the cat?
Sure as hell hope not.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Override works, but... Sam, the door was sealed from the outside?
Yes, Pathfinder. It appears lockdown was manual before the power restrictions.
Why do that? It wouldn't keep anything out.
It would keep something in.
Secondary terminals. No access. Sam?
If deployment is standard, main access will be deeper in.
Way too quiet.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Report said the evac was cut off by Ket.
Pathfinder, a maintenance bulletin was issued at the time of shutdown.
Jesus.
What does it say?
Run.
Override! Close it! Tempest, we have an unknown enemy. Evac the Pathfinder.
Whoa, hold on.
No go, Harper. We have to lay low. Ket are inbound to your location.
Ket and that thing? Son of a...
We've got Ket.
Look sharp. That thing is out there.
And the Ket? Everything's grounded till they're gone.
Another dropship with reinforcements. Watch out! Reload! Loading ammo! They got Cora!
two failed. Resilient or not,
Not sure what's worse. This or dying slow like promise.
Happy thoughts, Liam.
surprised the Nexus still wants an outpost on Eos.
You know what they say. Third time's a charm. We'll make this right. Schematics for Special Project Sigma. They were building something, but there are parts missing. This must be the project they were salvaging at Site 1. A way to fight the Cat.
We could finish it.
All components at Site 2 had security tags, compiling possible nav points.
Got a component for Site 2's project.
Is there anything else in here that I can... Yeah, there.
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep, a leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Earth had formations like this. Made a lot of kids think of alien worlds.
Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run.
Pathfinder. The scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light.
Now I gotta go back to the Nomad.
Good one.
Got them all.
I knew I should have taken the car.
Look out for anything big.
Someone else is poking this tech.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Life support at 100%.
What the? Pathfinder, that body.
A scan might help us figure that out. Not shot, he was just pummeled to death. Well, we know what did this. The cat have nasty pets. West, Porter M. Get that, Lexi?
Yes, Pathfinder. Records updated.
How do I get up there? Oh boy.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Here they come!
Imagine leaving all the craziness on the Nexus to be the first settlers here. So much riding on you, and then...
This time will be different.
Right. This?
Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located.
Probably a big one.
It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out. Here's one.
Jeez.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can exhume its data. Accessing data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots. One, a standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
This proves Nilkin is innocent. He didn't shoot Reynolds.
That's a relief. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No! Where's Nilkin?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect, Nilkin. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Interesting. Nothing else is here. Cool. Straight and left.
Ever disobeyed an order, Cora?
In my soldier days? No, that's kind of the point.
It's that mechanical. Never thought about it.
Military discipline isn't there to give you something cool to rebel against. In combat, people depend on you being in the place they expect
doing what you're meant to do, or they die.
That doesn't mean you're doing the right thing.
I know.
I don't think I can do this yet. Let's get the secret projects. Up. I should probably go down first and then loop around.
This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes. But what's it for?
The storage tank.
This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes.
God damn it. One of our shuttles ahead.
Worth checking, if only to make sure the Kett don't get to keep it. Parts for the Site 2 project? Check.
Remember the early data on EOS back home?
When everywhere was labeled H with a bunch of numbers?
Your dad put those readings up in his office. Knew them all by heart. Wonder what those worlds really looked like then. And now.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Nice.
Radiation within safe levels. Life support restored.
Nice. Just to get some ammo. And now I think we go back. What's this? What's the next part of the quest? Can't do that yet.
Looks like a Kett facility of some kind. We saw them researching this tech back on Habitat 7. Doubt that's a coincidence. But if we want to look, the only way is through.
Where'd the guy go? Oh, he did.
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Reinforcements? Do they know we're here?
Ah, it removes their cover. Interesting. What's this thing? Artifact crate. Climb this?
They've got the monolith well protected. We'll need to cut that shield's power supply.
It's gotta be inside. Probably the other generator too. I was here. Is that all of them? Not see any of this.
Let's get to it before there's any more Ket. That was pretty cool.
Huh. Well, yeah. Guess it was. Still haven't told me who you are.
I'm the Pathfinder.
Are you now?
You can call me Ryder.
I'm Drac, Clan Nakmor. You'll forgive me if I didn't just trust a stranger from the Nexus. They haven't exactly treated us Krogan well. What are you doing out here?
You're not the only one hunting Ket.
Yeah, bet you're mowing down an army with that gear. Nexus knows shit about the Ket. They think they're safe. But they're just waiting to die out there in space. I've been quads deep on a couple of planets for a while now, taking out Ket bases, fighting ground troops. I know what they can do.
It's not pretty.
You know, we could use a Krogan like you, Drac.
I'm flattered, but do you have any idea how many humans I've watched die? Your meat is spoiled. Besides, the day I help the Nexus again is the day the clouds part and the Ket keel over. No offense.
None taken.
Good, because I'm getting bored and the Ket are getting stronger. Seem particularly interested in this alien tech. I'm gonna go find more to shoot. Try to keep your head out there.
Fired at just for fun. It'd take a few hours of sustained fire to take off even a chunk. Those observers started to. With a shovel, this stuff is heavier than it looks. Without biotics, I'd really be in trouble. Last time I dropped it on, kicked over my sensors again, getting to cover. Those white pony jackasses. This Lesser Idiot by Tomorrow and Krogan. Looks like they're studying. Probably a little bit more intrusive.
Anton, Darren T. Can't undo what happened, but we can make sure he's remembered.
That we can, Pathfinder.
Look out, Nero. He's Legat.
A field log, Pathfinder, issued to patrolling Ket.
I don't need a translation to know when I'm hearing a monster.
Adding to language database.
Necropsy. Lesser species unremarkable disposal. Interesting. So that's what they think about humans.
All Site 2 components are accounted for.
Let's head to Site 2's research station and see what good they do.
These are doors. Ah, just the way in. I think work there is done. Let's head back to the Nomad and then head to... Don't think I can get that far yet. Let's see, and then I'll drive back anyways.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
This way, right? Yeah.
So whatever tech we found on Habitat 7 is the same as what's here?
That fits with what Peavy says.
2 planets now. What does that mean?
You know what it means.
Suit up and find out. Got it.
Hostiles ahead!
Nice shot.
Nothing else is really here.
I like those pre-trip vision paintings of future Eos. Green fields, rivers, forests. Wonder what it'll really be like down the line.
Fewer death storms would be nice.
We'll get there. Pathfinder is enough to tip the balance.
Oh wait. There we go. I think it should be like that.
Enemies! Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
radiation levels.
Think that's it. Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
They've got vehicles too.
Dear and he are alive and whole or in need of assistance.
Is that the cat leader here? That's what they follow?
Watching the corners.
Oops.
These caves could be a good shelter, if people need it.
At least it's cooler in here.
Looks like they found it drifting and brought it here.
I'm not able to extrapolate point of origin, Pathfinder.
But the Ark could be intact, like the Hyperion.
Let's hope so.
Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.
Tight grip on that weapon, Cora.
It's nothing. If we get things back on track, it's nothing.
I hear ya.
Radiation levels normal.
Nice. Let's get to a research station, see what we got.
Parts for the Site 2 project? Check.